page we will be learning this page today. So at the very top you see what is written there. Already we discussed these lines. Still once more let us go through these lines. A tsunami is a very large and powerful wave caused by earthquakes under the sea. So you have already written the answer, I think. All of you have written this
Yes,
answer,
ma'am.
that what is a tsunami? Okay, very good. What is a tsunami? So can you tell me what is a tsunami without seeing? Without
A
seeing, can you
tsunami
tell
is
me?
a very large and powerful wave caused by earthquakes under the sea.
Okay,
A
very good. So
tsunami is a
tsunami is
very large and powerful wave caused by the earthquake under a sea.
okay, very good.
A tsunami
So
is
I
a
hope all
very
of
A
okay,
tsunami is a very large and powerful wave caused by earthquakes under the sea.
okay, very good. So I hope all of you have learned like this. And what is
Yes,
the date the tsunami came to that Andaman and Nicobar Islands? Can
December
you tell me the date? Can you tell me the date?
26 December 2004.
Okay,
26
just
December 2004.
26 December
okay,
26
just
December 2004. 2004.
okay, very good, very good, very good. Just after the Christmas, okay? Just after the day of Christmas, isn't it? Because Christmas, so that the why I'm telling you so, because it will be easy for you to remember the date. Remember that it's just after the day of Christmas. So day of Christmas falls on 25th December, and it's a day of Christmas, that is 26th December. So on 26th December 2004, a tsunami hit Thailand. So Thailand is also a Southeast Asian country. Thailand is also a Southeast Asian country. Okay, Thailand. Have you heard the name of the country, Thailand? Have you heard the name of this country? Okay, Thailand. Thai foods are very famous. Okay, Thai foods are very famous. So this Thailand also is situated near the Indian Sea. This Thailand is also situated near the Indian Sea. Therefore, you see, it is also situated also that is Andaman Sea. The portion of the Indian Ocean is also known as Andaman Sea. Okay, so therefore, this island is situated near, that means near the Andaman Sea, and it is also situated just near the Indian Ocean. Therefore, you see, the tsunami hit the two countries on 26th 2004. A tsunami hit Thailand and parts of India, such as the Andaman and Nicobar Islands. So, and the Tamil Nadu coast. And the Tamil Nadu coast. You know the Tamil Nadu is what? Have you heard the name of Tamil Nadu?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay,
Yes, ma'am.
Tamil Nadu is a
Yes,
what? Tamil Nadu is a Tamil Nadu is a
Indian
state. Okay. No, it's a state. Like our Assam, Tamil Nadu is also a southern state of India. Tamil Nadu is also a southern state of India. And do you know, students, I was born in Tamil Nadu, okay? I was born in Tamil Nadu. So Tamil
Yes, ma'am.
Nadu, the name of the place is Madurai, and therefore that's why my name is Meenakshi. There is a very big temple is there in Madurai. It's the tallest temple in the world, okay? Till now, it is the tallest temple in the world, and the name of this temple
yes,
is
ma'am.
Meenakshi Temple. Okay. So
Yes,
therefore,
ma'am.
whenever you learn that is the things related to geography, you should know about the places also. So therefore, we have learned the names of various new places. Maybe you have not heard about those places. That is Thailand. Then Thailand is a separate country. Thailand is a separate country. Thailand is an Asian country. It's an Asian country. It's a Southeast Asian country. Okay, it's situated in the southeastern part of Asia, and parts of India such as Andaman and Nicobar Islands. That means at the southern part, because Indian Ocean, the Deccan part of India, you know the Deccan part of India, this the Indian map, the lower portion is like this or not?
Yes,
So this
ma'am.
is the Deccan part of India. Why it is called Deccan part? You know, students, the land which is surrounded the three sides, which is surrounded at its three sides by water, which is surrounded by three sides. Surrounded at three sides by water is called as Deccan. So therefore, here you see this Tamil Nadu is situated, and you know at this western part, that is Arabian Sea is there. In the southern part, Indian Ocean is there, and here that is Bangoposagar or Bay of Bengal is there. Okay, in Bengali we say Bangoposagar, and in English it's Bay of Bengal. Okay, so therefore, what happens? That is why the tsunami came to the places near the Indian Ocean, That is the coastal places. I told you before in the last class also that coastal places means the places near the seas or oceans. Okay, remember this. Coastal places is, see, Tamil Nadu coast. Tamil Nadu coast. So what is Tamil Nadu coast? The places of Tamil Nadu, or Tamil Nadu, the whole Tamil Nadu is situated just near the oceans. Therefore, the coast, Tamil Nadu coast. So therefore, the tsunami came in the Tamil Nadu coast. That means the places which is near the sea or oceans. Here are some stories of courage and survival. So we will see in this chapter some stories of courage and survival. Okay. Some stories of courage and survival. So courage and survival means courage is what? Showing bravery. Okay. Courage is what? Showing bravery. What is the meaning of what is the meaning of courage? You can write down. The meaning of courage is bravery. Okay. Bravery. Bravery. That means the act which shows the bravery of a person. Which shows the bravery of a person. Courage. To do something with mental strength. So for courage, it requires mental strength, okay, physical strength as well as mental strength, because if you become nervous in any situation, if you can't handle the situation, then you can't show your courage, okay. So therefore, whenever we are in difficult situation, we should have our mental strength, and whenever we are having our mental strength, what we can do, we can face the situation with courage. So have you understood this one? Courage and survival, and that means survival means how they could save their lives. All could not save the lives though, but still some people could save their lives. Okay, so here are some stories. So some stories we shall learn here, we shall read here. Some stories are given for us which will show us the courage and survival. See here the next line, this line. Did animals sense that a tsunami was coming? Some stories suggest that it did. So therefore, you see, students, sometimes we say that human beings are the most intelligent animals, and human beings can do anything. Human beings can forecast many things, but still, you see, students, the animals have got the capacity. Animals have got the capacity to sense something which is coming. That means they also can sense the things. They also can sense, you know that we have also our sense organs. How many sense organs are there? Students, how many sense organs the human beings have generally? 5 sense organs, isn't it? We have got 5 sense organs or not? What are the sense organs? 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 Yes, tongue, then skin, eyes, ears, isn't it? So these are our sense organs. So we have got 5 sense organs. And these sense organs are completely related to the nervous system and our brain. Therefore, you see, we think that human beings have the highest capacity of brains, but still, students, animals also have their brains, and they also can sense the things. They also can predict the things, okay. They also can predict the things beforehand. They also have the capacity, because God has created so many creatures on our earth, and every creature has got some capacity to survive on this earth. Okay, God has created, and also He has given us the capacity to survive, how to save ourselves. So therefore, for every animal, for every creature, so therefore you see, students, these animals also could sense the tsunami. They could sense beforehand that tsunami was coming. Tsunami was coming. Here also you will see that whenever any that is natural calamity like the thunder shower or heavy rain, or you see the earthquake, you will see that animals they can sense the things. You will see at night whenever earthquakes take place, you will see that birds are chirping. Okay, from next time you will observe that. From next time you will observe, because in Lamning very often we feel the earthquake, isn't it? Very often we feel the earthquake or not? In Lamning also you feel the earthquake very often? Okay, so therefore what you have to do, what you have to observe, you will see that the animals also, that is, if you have got any pet at your home, dog, cat, or anything else, you will see that they will show some symptoms. Okay, they will show some symptoms that they are worried. They are worried if you observe them, that is, properly or keenly. And then you see some stories suggest that they did. So here we will see that some stories are there which will show us that animals also have the capacity to predict the things beforehand. They also can predict that the tsunami was coming or any earthquake was coming. So part 1, we are starting the part 1 of this chapter, students. This is part 1, and this is the see how tsunami devastated the area, how tsunami devastated, that is destroyed, how everything was, see these cars, these trees, the trees are uprooted, these cars you see all sank in the water, overturned, the cars are overturned by the water, by the force of the water, heavy force of the water. So this is a that means a scene or a picture of the tsunami after the devastation or after the destruction that happened due to the tsunami. So these stories are from the Andaman and Nicobar archipelago. These stories are from the Andaman and Nicobar. I am reading this line. These stories are from the Andaman and Nicobar archipelago. So already you have got the idea where Andaman and Nicobar are situated, because in our last class we discussed that. And now you see the stories we shall read in the part 1 of this chapter. The stories are from Andaman and Nicobar archipelago. So this archipelago, what is archipelago now? So here you see, students, at the right hand side of your book, you see archipelago meaning is given a group of many islands and the surrounding sea. Group of many islands and the surrounding sea. Okay. So this is called archipelago. That means the islands already you have that they already have seen what are islands and also the surrounding sea. So this is called archipelago. Okay. Have you got the idea of archipelago, students? Or you need
Yes,
to?
ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay,
Yes,
so
ma'am.
let us proceed to the next para then. The next paragraph you see. Ignatius was the manager of a cooperative society at Katchal. Ignatius was the manager of a cooperative society in Katchal. So Ignatius is a name of a person. Ignatius is a name of a person. Ignatius was the manager. So she was working as a manager. His job was as a manager, that means he was a manager of a cooperative society. Cooperative society, that means a society which works for the people of the surrounded area. So therefore, Ignatius was the manager of a cooperative society in Katchal. So he was working in Katchal. You have already seen in the map in the previous page. If you scroll the previous page, you will see that the Katchal is given. Katchal is situated in the Nicobar Islands, students. Please
Yes, ma'am.
refer to your book, page number 24. See here in the Nicobar Islands, Karchal. Can you see it?
Yes,
Karchal is
ma'am.
okay. So in this place, in that place, Karchal, Ignatius was living there. He was working as a manager of a cooperative society. Okay. His wife woke him up at 6 a.m. because she felt an earthquake. So his wife, he called him while he was sleeping at 6 a.m. in the morning, 6 o'clock in the morning, when Ignatius was sleeping at 6 o'clock in the morning. What happened? His wife called him up from his sleep. That means he was awakened by his wife. His wife woke him up at 6 a.m. because she felt an earthquake. So why his wife called him from his sleep? Because she felt the tremor of earthquake. Tremor of, that is the shaking of the earthquake. You know that whenever earthquake comes, we feel the shaking or the vibration. We feel
Yes,
the
ma'am.
vibration or not. If the
Yes.
earthquake,
Yes, ma'am.
you know that students, earthquake it's that means originated earthquake is originated in a particular place. Okay, in a particular place, and that place is called as epicenter of the earthquake. That place is called as epicenter of the earthquake. Remember students, whenever any earthquake takes place, it's called the epicenter of earthquake. Suppose this is the epicenter of earthquake. This is the I'm just drawing here. This is the epicenter of the earthquake. Now what happened if in this epicenter the earthquake takes place, originates, that means starts from here, then its surrounded area feels the vibration. Its surrounded area feels the vibration. Okay. Suppose if you throw a stone in the water, what happens? If you stone in the water, what happens? You will see the vibration or not. That is, a vibration takes place in the water.
Yes, ma'am.
Vibration, that is the ripples of the water
Yes,
you
ma'am.
can observe. So in the same way, suppose if this is the place, from here the earthquake starts, that is, this place will be called as epicenter of the earthquake. This one is called as epicenter of the earthquake. Okay, this one is called as epicenter of the earthquake. That means the place from where the earthquake originates. You should know each and everything about the earthquake, and then only you will learn the chapter well. So epicenter of the earthquake. Now, if any place is situated far away from this epicenter, then the vibration, feeling of the vibration or the tremor will be less. Then the feeling of the vibration and tremor will be less. The nearer you are situated, or nearer the place is situated of this epicenter, the vibration or the tremor will be more. Okay, vibration or the tremor will be more. Now you see students,
Yes, ma'am.
where will be the vibration more, land or water? Can you tell me, land or water? The
Land.
vibration will be more if you throw a stone in a land. Can you observe any ripples there?
No, ma'am.
No, because land is what? Land is in solid form. Land is in
Yes, ma'am.
solid form,
Yes,
but
Solid form.
water is liquid. Water is liquid. Therefore, what happens? Water is lighter than land. Water is
yes, ma'am.
lighter than land. Therefore, these tremor or vibration or the shaking will be more in water. That's why when earthquake takes place on the land, that is near the land, in the land, the tremor, the feeling of the tremor is less. Okay, very rarely. And do you know, students, what is the unit of this measurement of earthquake? That means the unit
No,
means by which that is the unit of the earthquake. Can you tell me?
No, ma'am.
Richter scale. Richter scale. Okay, remember this. The earthquake is measured by Richter scale. Okay, earthquake is measured by Richter scale. Whenever you will
Okay,
see
ma'am.
that any earthquake takes place, you will see that the result is given in Richter scale. Okay, so Richter scale, with the Richter scale, the magnitude of the earthquake can be measured. With the Richter scale, magnitude of the earthquake can be measured. Okay. Magnitude, that means how strong the earthquake is or how less the earthquake is. Okay. So you have learned two more new things. I have told you two more new things. One is epicenter. One is epicenter. What is epicenter, students? What is epicenter? Just now I told you.
The place from where earthquake starts.
Yes, very good. The place from where the earthquake starts, that is called epicenter of the earthquake. And whenever earthquake takes place under the sea or ocean, that's why what happens, the tremor is more, the magnitude is more, the magnitude is more. That is why what happens, the water level rises too high. That's why the water level rises too high. And whenever this earthquake takes place under the sea also, the near about places feels the tremor. The near about places, that is the people staying near the places also feel the tremor. So now you see, therefore, this Ignatius's wife, his wife, woke him up because she felt an earthquake. Ignatius carefully took his television set off its table and put it down on the ground so that it would not fall and break. So what was the first work Ignatius did? Ignatius carefully took his television set off its table. That means from the table, he brought down his television set and he kept it on the ground. Can you tell me why? Can you tell
Ma'am,
me why?
because
tell
during
me.
earthquake it will break down.
Yes, it will break down because if it falls from the table, the height is more. The height of the table is more. So from the height, if the height is more and anything falls down, then what happens? It will break. It will break. So therefore, Ignatius kept his television set from the table on the ground so that it did not fall and break, so that the television would not fall and break. Then the family rushed out of the house. Then what did they do? They rushed out of the house. We also do it or not? Whenever earthquake takes place, we also go out or not? We go out of the house.
Yes, ma'am.
We go out of the how do we go out? Pushing one member and another member, okay? Because everyone is worried about his or her life. Everyone is worried about his or her life. You do or not? Do you go out whenever you feel the tremor of the earthquake? You should,
Yes,
okay?
ma'am.
You should, yes, you should go out of the
Yes, ma'am.
in a vacant places where there is no building, where there is no electric wires, where there is no electric wires overhead. You should also see that, okay? Whenever earthquake takes place, if you go out, you should also see that, you should also observe that whether any electric wire overhead is there or not. So you should not stand under that. You should not stand under that because these electric wires, these are very sensitive, and therefore what happens? There may be a, that means it's a very dangerous also, because people may be electrocuted. People may be electrocuted, and whenever the people are electrocuted, they may die. So it's a fatal, it's very dangerous, and it's also fatal. So therefore the family rushed out of the house. So to save their lives, they rushed out of the house. So they went out of their house. When the tremors stopped, they saw the sea rising in the chaos and confusion. Two of his children caught hold of the hands of their mother's father and mother's brother and rushed in the opposite direction. So what happened, you see, students, when the tremors stopped, when the vibration of the earthquake stopped, when the tremors stopped, tremor, you see the meaning is given here. You will learn the meaning. Tremor, a slight shake, earth tremors. The earth shakes start during an earthquake. Whenever earth shakes during an earthquake, that is called tremor, okay? So when the tremor stopped, they saw the sea rising. So what did they see? They saw that the sea was rising, okay? The sea was rising high. The water of the sea was rising high. Suppose this was the level of the water. This was the level of the water, but suddenly the water rises high. these waves took place. The water rises high. So they saw that the sea was rising. That means the water of the sea was rising. In the chaos and confusion, so all of them got confused. They were confused what to do or not. They were not, that means realizing at that moment what they should do to save their lives. So in the chaos and confusion, two of his chaos meaning you see here given, students, complete disorder or confusion. Okay, complete disorder or confusion. So chaos, the pronunciation is chaos, complete disorder or confusion. That means they could not understand what to do or not at that moment to save their lives. Because when they saw that the sea was rising, they understood that the situation is going to be very dangerous. They realized that the situation is going to be very dangerous. It's not that easy to save their lives. Therefore, what happened? In the chaos and confusion, two of his children, so they had two children, Ignatius and his wife, they had two children. So Ignatius's two children, they caught hold of the hands. So they caught the hands of their mother's father. So their mother's father, you know, mother's father is grandfather, maternal grandfather. You know that mother's father is maternal grandfather and
Grandfather.
father's father is paternal grandfather. Okay, so mother's father, that means maternal grandfather, and mother's brother, that means maternal uncle. That means maternal uncle. So these two children, they caught hold of their grandfather and also their maternal uncle and rushed in the opposite direction. So they were rushing in the opposite direction of the water. Opposite direction of the water. They thought that if they run in the opposite direction, they could save their lives. He never saw them again. He never saw them again. See here, so tragic the fact is, or the incident is, he never saw them again. That means his wife was also swept away. See these two children, grandfather and the maternal uncle, all of them were swept away by the water. All of them were swept away by the water that rises due to tsunami. They could not save their lives. Though they ran in the opposite direction, they could not save their lives, and they were all, these four of them were all swept away by the water. Okay, that means what? They died. That means they died because he never saw them again. What is the meaning of this? He never saw them again means all of them died. Yes, all of them died due to this tsunami. His wife was also swept away. Ignatius's wife was also swept away. She also could not save her life. That means Ignatius was also, that means he was not able to save the members of his family. See, so many members, that means all of them, all the members of his family died. His wife, his two children, his father-in-law, because mother's father means his father-in-law, Ignatius's father-in-law, and also brother-in-law, So all of them died due to this tsunami, due to the big waves of the tsunami. Big waves of the tsunami swept away these people. Only the three other children who came with him were saved. So only the three other children, that means they had 5 children in total. So only the 3 other children who came with him were saved. So only the three children, those who were with Ignatius, they only were saved. That means they could survive. So Ignatius and his 3 children, they could survive this tsunami. That means survive from this tsunami. They could save their life from this tsunami. So do you think that this is a very happy story, students?
No, ma'am.
Do you think it's a very tragic story, isn't it? If the family members or the persons whom you love the most, or the family members, if they are dying in front of the eyes of the other members, then it's very pathetic. It's very pathetic, isn't it?
Yes, ma'am.
So we have completed this page. Now let's proceed to the next page. Wait a bit. Next, proceed to the next page. Give me 1 minute, please. The photo of this. So let us come to the next page. This is our next page. So you also open your book, or you can see from here also. So then story. So we have learned about the story of Ignatius. Can you remember the story? Ignatius, what happened to him? Ignatius,
Yes.
what was Ignatius's job? He was a manager in the cooperative society. Ignatius was a manager of the cooperative society. Now one day what happened on that 26th December morning at 6 o'clock? At 6 o'clock, his wife woke him up. His wife woke him up because she felt a tremor of the earthquake. She felt a tremor of the earthquake. Now what happened? When she woke him up, first of all, what did Ignatius do? What was Ignatius? Okay. Ignatius kept his television set safely on the ground from the table. Okay. He shifted the television set from the table to the ground. Then next, what happened? Ignatius, they saw that the sea water was rising. They saw that the sea water was rising, and at that spur of the moment, on the spur of the moment, all of them were confused. All of them were confused and perplexed, and they could not understand that what has to be done at that moment. And therefore, his two children, they, being very afraid, being very frightened, isn't it? Being very, when they caught hold of the hands of the elder persons means what? They were very frightened. The two children were very frightened. So therefore, they caught hold of the hands of their grandfather and also their maternal uncle. But what happened? And they started to run at the opposite direction of the sea wave. But they could not save their lives. They could not save their lives. They, all of them were died. All of them died. And his wife also was swept away by the water. And only how many of them could save their life? Ignatius and his three children. Okay? Yes, Ignatius and his three children, those who were with Ignatius. Okay, so this is the story of Ignatius at Katchal. Which place?
Katchal.
Which place?
Katchal.
Katchal. Okay, at Katchal. Okay.
Katchal.
The next you see, yes. The next story you see, students. Sanjeev was a policeman. Sanjeev was a policeman serving in the Katchal Island of the Nicobar group of islands. You know that Katchal is in the Nicobar group of islands. So, Sanjeev was also a policeman. Sanjeev was also a policeman serving in the Katchal Island of the Nicobar group of islands. So, what was Sanjeev's profession? By profession, Sanjeev was a policeman. What was? Yes, his occupation was, he was a policeman. And Ignatius, what was his occupation? What was Ignatius's occupation? What was Ignatius's occupation?
Ignatius was the manager of cooperative society in Katchal.
Yes, yes, very good. Ignatius was a manager of the cooperative society in Katchal. And Sanjeev was also a policeman, and he was also serving in Katchal Island, same place of the Nicobar group of islands. He somehow managed to save himself, his wife, and his baby daughter. He somehow managed to save himself, his wife, and his baby daughter from the waves. So anyhow, Sanjeev could save himself, his wife, and his baby daughter from the waves. But then he heard cries for help from the wife of John, the guest house cook. So suddenly he heard that one lady was crying, that she was crying, maybe saying, "Help, help." And she was the wife of John. She was the wife of John, and John's profession or John's occupation was he was a guest house cook. You know that cook means a person, those who are serving in the hotels or some this guest house, they are working as a cook. That means they are cooking food for other persons. So they are called as cook. So John's wife,
Yes, ma'am.
she was crying, yes, she was crying for help. Sanjeev, and now you see Sanjeev's profession was only like that. She was a policeman. So ethically, but his work was to save the people. His main work was to save the people from any danger. So therefore, Sanjeev jumped into the water to rescue her. And Sanjeev, see, selflessly, Sanjeev did not think of his own life. Sanjeev did not think of his own life. What did he do? He jumped into the water to rescue her, to rescue the wife of John. He jumped into the water, but they were both swept away. Do you think Sanjeev could rescue that lady?
No.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. No, no, he could not rescue the lady. When he jumped into the water, both of them were swept away. Both of them, that means wife of John and Sanjeev. Sanjeev could not save her. Sanjeev could not save her. Instead of that, what happened? Instead, on the contrary, what happened? Sanjeev
There.
was also, yes, Sanjeev was also swept away. That means Sanjeev also died. Sanjeev died and the wife of the guest house cook also died. Therefore, so here we can see that, so why at the beginning of the story, we were told that these are the stories of courage and courage and survival. Courage and survival. So from Sanjeev's act, what is reflected? From Sanjeev's act, what is reflected? Do you think Sanjeev was a courageous person?
Yes, yes.
Yes.
Was he a brave person or not? He
Yes,
was
ma'am.
a brave
Yes,
person.
ma'am.
Yes, that's why he took
Yes,
the
ma'am.
risk. That's why he risked his life. Risking his own life, he wanted to rescue that lady from the tsunami, from that big waves, but he could not do that. It was unfortunate that he could not do that, but he wanted to. But he wanted to rescue that lady, though he could not, but still we can say that Sanjeev was a courageous person, Sanjeev was a brave person, otherwise he could not have done that. Otherwise he could not have done that, okay? If he was a coward person, or if he wanted to save his own life only, then he would not have jumped into the water. He would not have jumped into the water, risking his own life. So he jumped into the water, risking his own life to save that lady, to rescue that lady, but unfortunately, he could not do that. So today, students, you read the lesson very well, read every line very well, and in our next class, we shall read, or we shall learn the next, or we shall know the stories, other stories, many stories are given, we shall know the other stories in our next class. So I hope all of
Okay,
you have
ma'am.
understood the lesson well. Have you
Yes,
understood the
ma'am.
lesson well?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Thank
Yes,
you so
ma'am.
much. Thank you
Yes,
so
ma'am.
much for
Yes,
attending the
ma'am.
classes, and tell your
Yes,
friends also
Thank
to
you, ma'am.
attend the
Thank you, ma'am.
classes, okay? Thank you
Yes,
so much.
ma'am.
Okay, ma'am.
Thank
Thank you,
Thank you.
ma'am.